To relocate to Cyprus, obviously you need to get your paperwork legalized. This video targets relocation from third countries like USA, Canada, non-European people who want to come in Cyprus and become non-domicile or get registered with the social securities. Before we dive in, it's very important to stress that European citizens can work in Cyprus very easily. We can get their paperwork ready, legalized very easily, and this is of no concern. Hence, this video is not addressed to them. On our websites, under the relocation section, we have, of course, solutions for EU citizens. It's an easy task for us. It's something that we do, so please feel free. This video is about our international businesses, our international owners from third countries, non-EU citizens. So, is it easy to come here, have a company, become non-domicile, of course, and enjoy tax-free dividends? Yes, it is easy, but there is one main key distinction that you guys need to be aware of. And this distinction is, of course, whether you want to be employed here in Cyprus or not. So, if you are a Canadian, if you are a USA citizen, if you are a UAE citizen, if you are anyone from anywhere in the world, from India, from Ukraine, from Russia, who wants to set up a business in Cyprus, it's fine, we can do everything, but do you need to be employed here in Cyprus? We have different specialized requests from for different reasons, and there are a lot of investors who want to be employed here in Cyprus under their own company. And this is, of course, because when you leave your tax jurisdiction, if you're an American, a Canadian, a person from India, or from anywhere in the world, if you're going to leave your tax residency, you will be asked questions. And becoming an employee in the new state, in the new country, of course, is a very strong piece of evidence which shows that you didn't do it to save taxes, you moved to Cyprus and you're working, so everything is fine. We get this from UK citizens, USA citizens, and Canada citizens because these jurisdictions are very strict. So if you are from Canada, USA, the UK, then maybe you will need to be registered in Cyprus as an employee as well, just to prove them that you have changed your tax residency. All these, guys, we have them summarized, written down in our website. Check the relocation section, cyprusaccountants.com.cy. Okay, to keep it nice and simple, if you are a non-European citizen and you want to come here in Cyprus and do business and enjoy tax-free dividends via the non-domicile, you need to make a decision. The first decision that you need to make is whether you want to be employed by your company or not. If you need to be employed by your company, then there are 4 visa schemes that apply to you. If you don't care about being recorded under the Cyprus Social Securities or NHS, then there are easy and cheaper solutions for you. Let me have a breath and we will continue. This is the Cyprus coffee frappe. As you know, we are end of March. It's a beautiful day out here, hence the cold beverages. Okay. You do care and you do want to be employed here in Cyprus. If that's the case, you have the BCS scheme, you have the Category F scheme. These 2 schemes require you to invest at least 250 or 300,000. I will explain all this in a bit, but everything is on our website. Then you have the digital nomad visa, and of course you have the skilled labor visa. These 4 visa requirements apply for you guys who are not European, okay? And you did something here. What is this? So I have added some people here. I don't know how to remove them. Okay. So BCS visa. BCS visa is the most common visa here in Cyprus. So if you are from India, from China, UK, USA, Canada, BCS visa is for you. You just need to come here in Cyprus. We will do the paperwork for you. And the requirement is, of course, that you have a deposit in your bank of 250,000 euros. If you want to invest in a Cyprus property, this can also take place. You can buy a property here, and this is evidence that you can run your BCS. So for the BCS, we apply first as a company. You need to have your Cyprus company, where you will be an employee of your company, of course. So first your company needs to be approved by our immigration, and then your paperwork as a shareholder and employee of your company. This is the BCS. The other option that you have, now the BCS is the most popular, as I said, because of course, if someone really wants to come and wants to get a Cyprus visa, wants to be under the Cyprus Social Security, with a deposit in his Cyprus bank, corporate bank account of 250,000, you will get your job done. Now let's go to category F. Category F is simply visa by investment. So that criteria is primarily that you invest in a Cyprus property that is above 300,000. Now the numbers might change a bit, so check them before applying, or we can verify them at the time of your inquiry or interest, because like everywhere in the world, visa schemes change a bit from time to time, but the magnitude is there. It's 250,000 euros, and at the time of this video, it's 300,000 euros to invest in a property. So this is a category F. So you are a Chinese person who wants to be an employee in a Cyprus company, or wants to set up their own company here in Cyprus and do business, and you want to invest. Instead of paying rent, you buy your property here, and we can get the job done for you. Now the other two remaining visas are, of course, the digital nomad visa, which implies that you are a digital person, you are an IT or something equivalent, from a country which is not in the EU, and you will be visiting Cyprus, you will be staying in Cyprus and working for someone who is not a Cyprus company. So as the title suggests, digital nomad is someone who is working in Cyprus for an overseas employer whose employers has clients all over the world. This is easy, cheap. Of course, there are some salary criteria, but again, it does not require an investment. There's always a catch, so that you will know there are always catches with the visas. The digital nomad visa catch is that there is a ceiling to the applications each year. So the number of digital nomads that Cyprus can take is not indefinite. For 2023, it was filled by early June, I believe. 2024 is still open, so if you're interested, send us an email and we will sort you out. Now the fourth visa inquiry, the fourth visa option that the third country national has is, of course, the skilled labor visa. The skilled labor visa, as the name and the title suggests, is someone who is skilled and who will be working in Cyprus for his company, but the intention is to set up offices and hire at least 75%, is 1 to 75% local employees. So for every overseas person that you will be recruiting at least 70, is 1 to 3. So for every person who will come under this visa, and for every skilled person, that skilled person will need to hire 3 locals. This is not so popular amongst the smaller entities because, of course, you need to really mean it. You need to come here in Cyprus, set up offices, hire people, and do business. So, in a nutshell, the BCS visa is the easiest visa for all third country nationals because with the proof of 250,000 in their bank account, they can come here, get their company up and running, become employees of their companies, and do everything effortlessly. The second, if it applies, the easiest second is, of course, to be a digital nomad, as I said, as long as you have your employment with a non-Cyprus company abroad. There are some salary criteria, but of course it's not worth mentioning them because everything is on our website. The third option, of course, is the category A, where a third country national can invest, buy property in Cyprus, and be eligible to join the social securities here in Cyprus, be fully legalized, and be under the Cyprus income tax, under the Cyprus national securities, social securities, national healthcare system, and what have you. The least preferred option for some, but for serious businesses is the best preferred option, is of course the skilled labor, where they come in Cyprus, they rent offices, and they hire 3 locals versus 1 international who will move in. Okay, these are the 4 options for people from third countries: China, India, UK, USA, Canada, who want to be registered for the social securities. And I expand a step further. You want to be registered for the social securities, usually not because you care, but because your local income tax office is very harsh and will investigate you before changing your tax residency. And being an employee here in Cyprus, amongst having substance with your Cyprus company, amongst having a tax and declaring tax returns, amongst being a non-domiciled tax resident here in Cyprus, of course, being an employee is great. And of course, when you are an employee here in Cyprus, you have access to the national healthcare system, where you spend literally 5 or 10 euros. And for complicated stuff, maybe 30 euros, and you get yourself up to speed with everything. You check everything, medical history, x-rays, doctors checking you, what have you. So, this is the 4 visas for people who want to be under the local here Cyprus social securities. However, if you don't care about becoming an employee of your Cyprus company here, or becoming an employee in Cyprus of anyone, there are other options which we can facilitate so that you will have your Cyprus company become a non-domicile. So an investor from USA, from Canada, from the UK, from China, from India can very easily have his Cyprus company created, be the shareholder of his Cyprus company, and enjoy worldwide dividends, and we can make him a non-domicile. The non-domicile status is a very powerful tax status. We've talked about this in numerous videos. It's Cyprus's wild card, let's say, because it entitles you to worldwide tax-free dividends. So if you are an investor in 100 companies all over the world and you're receiving dividends from all over the world, and you're a Cyprus tax resident but non-domicile, Cyprus will not take any taxes from the dividends that you receive. If, however, there are taxes deducted at source, usually we let them be because we cannot claim them back. This is typical for USA investments. Okay, you are an American, you are a Canadian, you are a UK tax resident, you want to change your tax residency status and come to Cyprus. How do you do this? It's a big discussion, but on a nutshell, you need to change your place of tax residency, so you need to speak with your local tax expert who will give you certain advices. Usually, in the high tax-paying jurisdictions, our clients and their tax experts, when we chat with them, of course, they are instructed to sell their primary residence